MinisForum. These guys are one of the top mini PC brands, in my opinion. There's a couple brands I really like and a bunch of brands I don't like for numerous reasons. I've touched on that before, but these guys, they sent me their UN1250 mini PC for purpose of review. Obviously, they want you guys to check this thing out. It's available on Amazon for around $300. It's a budget mini PC. Today, what we're going to be doing is taking a look at it as far as gaming goes, see what it's capable of in this real quick video. So just to touch on specs real quick, it's equipped with an Intel Core i5-1250P processor. So also we have it comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM, DDR4 RAM, 1 terabyte SSD. Everything's upgradable if you want. We have a decent amount of inputs and outputs. We got one 2.5 gigabytes per second LAN port, one USB 3.2 Type-C port, HDMI, display port. We got two USB 3.2 ports, two USB 2.0 ports, an audio jack, and a DMIC port. So nice little input output selection there. We also have Bluetooth 5.2, and we got dual band 2.4G, 5G, Wi-Fi 6. So there we go. Most of the specs out of the way. If there's anything else, I'll throw it up on the screen. But what we wanted to do was to quickly test this thing out with some gaming, right? So I thought, hey, you know, it doesn't sound like it's the most powerful when it's going to come to PC gaming. So we're going to have to test this out with some indie stuff, maybe, and some emulation. But I did want to push it a bit. Now, I did try some of the latest stuff, Indiana Jones, the new Doom, Dark Ages. Those games do not run on this at all. So don't buy something like this, a $300 mini PC, thinking that it's going to play everything out there. It is not. Doesn't have ray tracing, stuff like that. There's like these new games out there that require ray tracing, and yeah, not everything's going to support all that. So yeah, keep that stuff in mind. But yeah, we're going to be able to play a lot of our indie games and some newer stuff as well. Like I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that game plays fine on a lot of systems, a lot of lower end stuff. So yeah, there's going to be newer stuff you could play. There's going to be newer stuff that's just so heavily optimized to run on like everything that it's going to be okay. There's going to be games where you can just, you know, lower the settings and it'll be all right. But yeah, it's going to be kind of a mixed bag there when it comes to PC gaming. But as far as emulation goes, which I think this will be a nice little system, nice little setup to run some emulation on, like why the hell not? Now, obviously, running stuff like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, even PS1, who cares? It's going to run. I mean, all that kind of stuff runs on a single board computer, so I don't bother testing those kind of things in a video like this. It's a waste of time. It's going to run Atari, all that crap, 2D arcade games. What we want to do is test, you know, some higher end consoles, right? But we still kind of start out a little lower end, right? Dreamcast, throwing out some Dreamcast. Everything I played Dreamcast runs just fine. PS2, just as well. It may be a little bit of a mixed bag on certain things. You may have to tweak some emulator settings. I will say I didn't go through and set up anything with emulation when I tested this setup. I just took a 12 terabyte drive that I previously reviewed, like a Piaprit Hyperspin drive type of thing. I'll put a link in the description to a video that I did on that before. It's just a plug and play drive. So I just plug it in, play some games. I don't do any setup or anything, but you can go in and tweak things if you need to. But I didn't do any of that. It's just kind of like, hey, I just want to play games. I don't want to mess around. Just plug it in, see if it works. That's as far as my testing is going to go when it comes to something simple like this. Try to keep it as simple as possible. If other people want to follow suit, try to keep it simple. Just get a plug and play drive, throw it in there, right? But yeah, PS2 games, we're running okay. I didn't really have any issue, but I think there may be some games you may want to tweak with emulation settings is what I'm kind of trying to get at here, but I just didn't do any of that. PSP, didn't have any issues with PSP, you know, either. GameCube was running fantastically well. Wii U, I did notice, like Wii U, you do have to let things kind of build up, you know, the pipeline there of all the, you know, shaders and whatnot, whatever it needs to do, man. Like sometimes if you play like Mario Kart 8, it might be like stuttering Stanley for a little bit, and then it just kind of smooths out, you know what I mean? So sometimes some of those games, you just got to give it a moment. But Wii U, I played a few games and everything was cool there, so I can't really complain. Jumping over to the Forbidden Fruit, Nintendo Switch, I played a little bit of Mario Odyssey, and that was kind of a similar experience, but I've used other similar priced mini PCs that were like in the $300 range, 300, 350, and I've played like Mario Odyssey on them, and it would just be like nonstop stuttering. On this mini PC, it kind of started out where it was like, oh man, is this going to be a poor experience? Because it kind of had a few little stutters, but then it just smoothed out like after a few seconds, and it was extremely playable, extremely playable. And you have to remember, like with these plug and play drives too, you got to make sure like you set everything to like 1080p. Otherwise, like with a mini PC like this, if you plug it into like a 4K TV and it just sets everything to 4K, your performance is going to be really bad because it's just going to try to push everything to 4K. So I always try to make sure everything's put to 1080p when I'm doing testing with emulation like this, and even PC gaming on these lower end mini PCs. Because if you let it try to push it to 4K or even 1440, yeah, it's if the emulation or the PC games try to push it to that, then you're going to have issues. You're going to have issues because it's not a crazy powerful mini PC. It's not even really meant for gaming, you know what I mean? It's just, that's what we're trying to do here. Let's test out some gaming. But yeah, overall, decent little mini PC for the price. You could set this up for like a nice little emulation setup. You could do some PC gaming. You could set it up to watch movies, to go online and, you know, read articles, social media, all that good stuff. I don't freaking know. Write some documents. Do your homework. Do your schoolwork. It's a good little PC, but MinisForum, they do have a whole host of different mini PCs, and including this one, they have in a few different orientations. If you want it in higher level of RAM, less, storage, higher storage, they do have several different variants if you do want to check that out. So it is available on Amazon. I will put a link down below if you want to check it out. Let me know what you think. Really do appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.